Friday. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone who still rule well and who have taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the elect out there, scattered wherever you may be. Right? May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai bless you and your household, and may you continue to endure. All right, shalom to you, Akim, on the highways and byways, week in and week out, who do these lessons, these epistles on a daily basis, right? May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai bless you and your household, and may you also continue to endure. And final, shalom to you, sincere sisters, all right, who are learning in silence and in obedience. And also, shalom to you Israelite foreigners, right, who don't look like your regular Israelites, but your bloodline, your lineage, and your loins go back to you being from Father Abraham, Isaac, and Father Jacob. All right, may Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai bless you and your household, and may you continue to endure. All right, it's your brother Dabakia from the Sons of Yasharallah, GMS Colorado Springs camp, coming to you again with another live lesson. And I pray that you are edified, because that's what this thing is about. Edification and exhortation. All right. Nonetheless, hey, this is another in transit lesson. All right. And I pray that it's edifying and exhorting. Right. Nonetheless, we are living in some very beautiful times right now. All right. As we speak and as I do this lesson. Okay. Prophecy is popping like popcorn. All right. And if you want the 100% truth, you need to be listening to the elders and apostles and bishops on down over here at Great Millstone. All right. Because they have our elders, beginning with our elders, they have no holes in their doctrine. All right. But you see all type of stuff happening right now. You see Israelite leaders bugging out. All right. People bugging out. All right. Motherfuckers snitching on each other. All right. To the ice cubes. Right. And so forth. Okay. And all of that, everything that we see happening in this country was prophesied, thousands of years ago by our ancestors. All right. The prophets. Okay. So, and we, through the Spirit, all right, have these prophecies, and we've Yahweh Bashmi Shai has unlocked these prophecies unto us. All right. We're waiting on a number of, maybe a few more prophecies at that. Okay, before all hell breaks loose. Okay, because we are going to be the generation to see the one who the world ignorantly calls JC, whose name is Yahweh Shai, ride upon that swift cloud. Okay, in that chariot. All right, Lord's will. So we're going to be in the book of Isaiah chapter 19 in the New Living Translation, all right, for edification. But, all right, let's start here with the basic milk. All right, America is spiritual Egypt. Just go read the book of Revelation, all right? Those, everything that the Egyptians were doing is literally what America is doing right now. And that's why you see a pyramid on your $1 bills, okay? And so forth, all right? Because Esau, Edom, they'll expose some truth, but they don't give you the whole truth. But anyway, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, beginning with verse 1. Let me put my phone on reading mode. Here we are. All right, a message about Egypt, which is spiritual Egypt, which is America. All right, verse 1. This message came to me concerning Egypt. This is written by our forefather, right, the prophet Isaiah. All right. Look, the Lord Yahweh is advancing against Egypt, riding on a swift cloud. And that's right. All right, Yahweh Bashim Shai. All right, they're going to be riding on a swift cloud. Yahweh Shai is in the angels, right? And that swift cloud is a chariot, okay, to destroy this nation, this world's armies, all right, in World War III, all right, which we're also in. We're not on the verge of, we are in World War III, all right, and all type of things happen and occur before wars really pop off. But with us being in an information age, it's going to be a lot of proxy wars and things of that nature, all right? Hold up. Bear with me. I got to go catch this train. All right, shoot. Hold up. Let me see if I can get Slovakia. 1 second. All right, continuing on. Look, the Lord Yahweh is advancing against Egypt, riding on a swift cloud, which is the chariots. The idols of Egypt tremble. And who are the idols of Egypt? All right, Esau, Edom. That's the top idol right now on planet Earth. Okay, that sinister ass devil, the self-proclaimed, all right, white man, right? Because we know there is no such thing as white. All right, there's just different shades of red. All right, that's an example of an idol, right? Money, these celebrities, all right, your woman, all right, that cross that these damn Catholics and Christians can't seem to put down, etc. Those are examples of idols. And anything that comes before Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, that's also considered an idol, all right? The idols of Egypt tremble. The hearts of the Egyptians melt with fear. And who are the modern day Egyptians? All right, these Americans, okay? Because America is what? Spiritual Egypt, all right? So the modern day Egyptians would be these Americans, all right? These 2/3, these heathens, all right? Out here in America who think that their regime or, who think their power structure won't come to an end, all right? Because this devil, Esau, Edom, is puffed up with major pride, and it's going to take spiritual power and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai themselves, all right, to completely annihilate Esau, Edom, right? The heart of the Egyptians melt with fear, all right? In verse 2, I will make Egyptian fight against Egyptian, all right? Modern day Egypt, America. Okay, 1 sec. Hold up. All right, I will make Egyptian fight against Egyptian. All right, and who's the modern day Egyptians? These Edomites, really. They're the modern day Egyptians, since they're the ones who are in power, beginning with these elite Amalekite bankers. All right, they're the ones who are in charge, and these low-level Edomites. All right, which is why you see ice cubes, protests going in, right? ANTIFA, all right, fighting against. All right, mass uproars of the people, protests everywhere, and so forth. All right, the people are very angry with their government and just ultimately this wicked ass system, and rightfully so, okay? Because this shit is corrupt as hell, and it's just it's a beautiful thing to see the downfall of our enemies. I don't care what anybody has to say, because it is. Hold on.
This is the A line to Union Station.
All right, I will make Egyptian fight against Egyptian, and that's that civil war, all right, those civil wars and so forth, because Esau, Edom is now flexing on Gad, all right, locking you so-called Native American and Seminole Indians up now, okay, because Esau, Edom's hatred has never went away, all right, it's always been here, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is having this devil display that for you tribes to see, all right, because y'all assumed that you can join forces with this damn devil, all right, and you can't. He's never going to change his ways, all right. He is going to continue to be the wicked, because that's just who he is, and that's what his destiny calls him to be, the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. All right, brother against brother, neighbor against neighbor, city against city, civil wars. It's right there. Province against province. Verse 3, the Egyptians, will lose heart, and I will confuse their plans. All right, they will plead with their idols for wisdom and call on spirits, mediums, and those who consult the spirits of the dead. All right, Esau Edom is working his witchcraft on the left-hand side, but that's not enough to conquer Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's righteousness on his right-hand side, period. All right, because the elect are the righteous and the non-elect, right, of our nation are 2/3, all right, who will be destroyed in that lake of fire when those nukes hit this country. All right, do you know how many countries on earth currently have nukes right now? And you still have niggas out there saying that nukes aren't on planet Earth and they're not in the Bible. All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has bugged you niggas completely out, and we don't care. All right, we do these lessons for the hopeful elect, not the hopeful 2/3. To hell with the 2/3. To hell with you people who don't understand. All right, time is short, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is speeding this thing up. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 4. I will hand Egypt over to a hard, cruel master. Who's that hard, cruel master? King Devil Nero Trump. That's that cruel master. All right, in the King James Version, it says cruel Lord. That cruel Lord is definitely King Devil Nero Trump. I will hand Egypt over to a hard, cruel Lord. All right, a fierce king will rule them, says the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai of heaven's armies. Verse 5. All right, let's actually jump down to here we are. Actually, yep, let's go to 5. The waters of the Nile will fail to rise and flood the fields. The riverbed will be parched and dry. The canals of the Nile will dry up, and the streams of Egypt will stink with rotting reeds and rushes. All the greenery along the riverbank and all the crops along the river will dry up and blow away. Once again, this is a future prophecy of America. The fishermen will lament for lack of work, and you already have millions of Americans mourning, all right, crying on the internet because this economy is pretty much cooked. All right, people are getting fired and laid off, man. These are horrible times if you don't know Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and it's only going to be worse. So, all right, so you brothers and sisters out there who listen to these lessons and who are taking heed to this information, consider yourself blessed, because that's exactly what we are. The fishermen will lament for lack of work. Those who cast hooks into the Nile will groan, and those who use nets will lose heart. Heart meaning mind, la'ab. Verse 9. There will be no flax for the harvesters, no tread for the weavers. They will be in despair. All right, and all the workers will be sick at heart. All right, 2/3 of our people are in despair because they don't know what to expect, man. All right, they're still calling on Edomite man JC. All right, the devil that the Bible speaks of. Okay, the red beast. All right, the nigga with the horns coming out of his head. All right, that's who they believe in. They don't believe that the Creator, His Son, and the angels are so-called black men. All right. They're too far gone. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has to prove a point to them by taking away their livelihoods, right? Some of our people are going to starve to death, right? Try to unalive themselves as well, right? And you already have people doing that because they don't know what to expect. Their livelihoods are completely destroyed because of this devil in which they keep clinging to and calling on, man. So may Yahweh Bashim Yahushai just bring plagues and completely wipe out 2/3 of our own people. All right.
Welcome aboard, RTD.
Verse 11. What fools are the officials of Zoan? All right. Their best counsel to the king of Egypt is stupid and wrong. Will they boast to Pharaoh of their wisdom? Will they dare brag about all their wise ancestors? Where are your wise counselors, Pharaoh? All right, modern day Pharaoh being Esau Edom. All right, he has let's see if your fucking gods are gonna save you this time, you damn devils. Okay, because you've done wickedness on the left hand side, but now those the left hand demonic energies not answering your prayers anymore, man. Because guess what? pursuant to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. All these curses that were on us are on you devils, which is why you're getting popped in the street, all right? And you're seeing that shit on live TV, okay? Because you devils, you fucking Moabites, right? You Ammonites, you heathens, all right? Y'all are the new niggas. So whenever I hear a heathen use nigga, I honestly don't give a damn, because these fucking heathens are the new niggas. Oh well. All right, verse 12 again. Where are your wise counselors, Pharaoh? Right, Esau, Edom. Let them tell you what God plans, what the Lord of heavens, what the Lord Yahweh of heaven's armies is going to do to Egypt. All right, the officials of Zoan are fools, and the officials of Memphis are deluded. Modern day Memphis, all right, Egypt, all right, modern day America. Granted, you have Memphis, Tennessee, but nonetheless, Memphis was a city in Egypt, all right? Since I keep saying the same thing, with America being spiritual Egypt, these towns, right, that are right here in this chapter also apply to these small cities as well. All right? Verse 13, the officials of Zoan are fools, and the officials of Memphis are deluded. The leaders of the people have led Egypt astray. All right, Esau Edom has led, right, his own people astray, which is why they're pissed, they're angry, all right, because now they've realized that they've been duped, man. All right, this damn devil, King Devil Nero Trump and his Republic regime do not care about you people. All right, all that they care about is bettering their lives, their riches, and so forth. All right, while we, the middle class, right, there is no middle class anymore. Speaking of which, there's just a lower class and upper class. The middle class is completely wiped away, courtesy of Trump and his administration. All right, doing all this to distract.
Park station.
Hold up.
Please do not lock the doors and kindly move to the center of the train to make room for boarding passengers. Be aware, trains approach the station from both directions. Do not cross tracks when warning lights are flashing.
Yeah, they're doing all this to distract the people from the Epstein files, man. All right, your president is a PDF file. All right, and that's really nasty. That's disgusting. And if these files come out, it's going to show the true nature of the self-proclaimed white man and how disgusting, filthy, and nasty they are. All right, so now this nigga's on the verge of starting WW3 because he doesn't want these files to come out. That's just the devil that the Bible speaks of.
This is the A line to Union City.
Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 14. The Lord Yahweh has sent a spirit of foolishness on them, so all their suggestions are wrong. What do y'all about you shy for that, man? They cause Egypt to stagger like a drunk in his vomit. All right, there is nothing Egypt can do. All are helpless, the head and the tail, the noble palm branch and the lowly reed. Verse 16, in that day, all right, in these last days, right now, during this time, in that day, the Egyptians will be as weak as women, all right, you American men, you Edomite men, right? They will cower in fear beneath the upraised fist of the Lord Yahweh of heaven's armies. Just to speak the name of the Lord, just to speak the name of Israel will terrorize them. For the Lord Yahweh of heaven's armies has laid out his plans against them. All right. All right, verse 18. And this is currently what's happening with us speaking of ancient Hebrew, right? Verse 18. In that day, 5 of Egypt's cities, right, all across America right now,